who is it that you would like to fight? Just is there? I mean, we want to see you fight again. It's been what, 4 months or something. Who is it that you want to fight, and who is it do you think is the closest person to you actually getting in there with?
Man, yeah, I tried a lot of options. I tried a lot, and it's like it seems like Kevin Holland is the only guy that I'm gaining traction on right now. I want everybody. I don't want to fight everybody's path or ideal of the toughest fights. I want to fight people who are on winning streaks, people who have a lot of hype. Like I want somebody with some buzz who the UFC care about. And I've been in this game for a while now. I learned it, and I watch and I look, and I know who they care about. I know who they want, who's getting pushed. So those are the guys I want to fight. I don't want to fight somebody that's on a severe losing streak. I don't want to fight somebody that's like, people are like, oh, he's 40 plus. We don't care about it. I want to fight somebody that has a lot of buzz. Holland's fight the guy with a lot of buzz that people are, really high on, and the UFC wants to make that fight. So that'll probably be the next fight that's made.
And honestly, man, looking at how things are going now with the UFC, this hype stuff is real. I mean, it's like bigger than ranking. I mean, you look at Hamzat right now. Hamzat is not even in the top 15, but he's one of the most. He's literally one. You mention his name and it's a headline. You know what I mean? Like, he is so hyped right now, and Leon can gain so much by fighting him, even though he's kind of taking a risk fighting downwards, kind of like what you're saying. So I can totally see what you're doing here with Holland. And if that fight happens, because I mean, if you're down, he's obviously down. How do you see that fight playing out? Like how do you see that fight going with you and him?
Honestly, right now I feel like I'm really coming into my prime. So I watched a couple of his fights, and I take in the good, I take in the bad. I was like, he's really good here. He's not so good here. He's average here. I look at everything. And like the last fight, I had to throw that out. That's a fight I throw out with Jacare. Nobody gets knocked out front and back. Like Jacare fell asleep, he took him down and, relaxed, especially a guy like that. Imagine a guy with a BJJ as good as he is, and to sag back like that instead of like BJJ is about putting pressure on guys.
Pressure.
It's like, that was just super weird. I thought
it was a freak thing. Yeah, it was a freak thing for sure.
So yeah, I see myself just putting it on Hollins. I don't really see any one place that he's better than me. His cardio is not better than mine. His wrestling isn't better than mine. His striking isn't better than mine. His BJJ isn't better than mine. So he's a guy he's been calling me out. He's been calling me out for the past 3 fights, and it's funny because I was going to fly him in to train with me for Izzy. And I think after this fight, I was like, man, you look good out there. Good job. He's like, oh, man, it's such a blessing, such an honor to have a UFC guy talking to me. He was like, a week before I was fighting the LFA, he was like, man, I'm so awesome. And then he went from that to calling me out. So, so I'm all about it, man.
So there's a little bit of bad blood there.
Yeah, a little bit.